We start our agencies to create time and financial freedom, but sometimes our businesses have other plans and it feels like it has a mind of its own. What starts off as an exciting journey into building the business of our dreams can turn into a business that traps us instead. Working all hours of the day and night, giving up on our social lives, putting work ahead of family, putting clients' needs ahead of our own health. Now, I've developed plenty of bad patterns and habits in my agency, only to realize after the fact that it wasn't that the agency was bad, but that I allowed the agency to devolve into a soul-sucking job. So how do you get out of it? How do you get your nights and weekends back? How do you reclaim your agency and get back on the path to having all that you want? One word: boundaries. The reason you're working too much, the reason you've let your business overtake your social and family life is the lack of boundaries. It's kind of like your agency has turned into a 3-year-old toddler that doesn't understand that it's not polite to stick their hands in other people's food. Now, you don't get mad, you just let the boundary get crossed, and you know that someday your tot's gonna grow up into a person with manners. But when will your agency grow into a person with manners? It's when you demand it. Now, here are 4 easy tips that you can use in your agency today to start setting proper boundaries and put yourself on the path towards a better work-life balance. Keep office hours. Every business in the world sets their hours. Now, even Walmart, who operates 24/7, publishes their hours, but do you keep and publish yours? When you do this, it's much easier to communicate that to clients and to be clear about when you're available and when you're not. If you leave this up to chance, you're only inviting the opportunity for clients to take advantage of your flexibility. Will clients try and push the boundaries and try and reach you off hours? Sure, does happen. But when you're clear about your working hours, it's far easier to set your clients' expectations and to get them in line with the kind of business you want to run. Turn notifications off. Alerts for emails, SMS, direct messages are useful for one thing only: to distract you from whatever it was you were working on before. Being in the habit of keeping these notifications off and instead being intentional about when you check messages will help you so much. Now, it's not just about notifications that distract you during your workday, it's also about reclaiming your nights and weekends so that you're not constantly being pulled back into work when you should be enjoying the rest of your life. Don't be that guy that's glued to your phone just because the notifications keep pulling you back in. Break the habit. Work will be waiting for you in the morning. Get an office business line. Giving your clients your cell phone number can seem like the right thing to do. After all, you want to provide great service and be available to them whenever they need it, but this is a slippery slope. Get a dedicated business phone number for your clients to call and redirect it to voicemail or answering services after hours. Now, answering services are pretty inexpensive, especially for businesses with a low volume of calls. And you can train the person who answers to direct messages to you under certain circumstances. Set the right expectations with your clients, aka be kind to yourself. What expectations do you set with clients about when you'll respond to them or when you'll get something done? If a client called you today and asked for a website update, do you make a commitment that's sooner than it needs to be? Yes, there are some times when clients need work done fast, but I found more often than not, the turnaround time that I was committing to was much faster than it needed to be, only because I wanted to provide what I thought was the best service possible. Now, it's easy to set ourselves up for failure or put ourselves under a lot of pressure when we make commitments to clients. So you need to decide what your minimum turnaround time is for any of the work that you do. And don't unnecessarily create expectations that are hard to live up to. In other words, be kind to yourself. Now, here's a bonus tip. Understand that your clients are hiring your company and not you. Lots of people who own agencies mistakenly believe that the client is hiring them for their personal skills and their knowledge and not hiring the company. Now, this can be easy to believe if you're an agency of one. The sooner you adopt the attitude that the client is hiring your company versus you, the easier it becomes to design your agency in a way that you can leverage a team to provide the best services to your clients. Ultimately, your clients are hiring your company for the results you can provide, whether you're a team of one or not. Whether that comes as a result of your talent or the talent of a team that you assemble doesn't really matter. When you have a business that is hired for the team's capability versus your own, that's when you'll have ultimate freedom from working inside your business. When you don't set proper boundaries inside your agency, you end up creating a business where every client has the possibility to morph into the worst possible boss you've ever had. Except for you don't just have one boss, you have many of them. It can be easy to bring habits and expectations from places you used to work. When you own an agency, when you own your business, you get to decide how things work. Will you own an agency that respects your time and has manners? Or is it going to be one of those mannerless toddlers? The choice is yours. You have to set the boundaries, or your clients will do it for you.